So you want to be in Hollywood. Bright lights, big city, traffic, pollution, great weather, but yeah, lots of people trying to figure this whole entertainment thing out. So if you're watching this, you might be wondering how Hollywood became the center of the entertainment industry. Maybe you're not, but you click this, I'm just going to tell you anyway. So Hollywood is older than you might think. In 1870, Los Angeles was a rural area made of mainly farmland. Now, legend has it that a man named H.J. Whitley, a real estate developer who had built countless towns across the country, had a vision to build his next one right here. But just why is Hollywood in Hollywood? Why did filmmakers, actors, artists all come west to this valley and choose this area of land? And how did the film business come to thrive here over anywhere else? This is how Hollywood became the center of the entertainment industry. Yes, finally. This is the business. Thomas Edison was an early pioneer in filmmaking, inventing and holding the patent to the kinetoscope. Early filmmakers experimented with just what to point the camera at. Everything from the scandalous sight of a couple kissing to people going to work to electrocuting an elephant. Well, we can't show that because of animal rights. And we don't have an elephant. You ever tried to electrocute an elephant? That's a Sunday. Some wonderful films were made in this time that pushed the boundaries of what film could be, including the intercutting action of the Great Train Robbery, or the special effects fantasy and visual trickery of the Trip to the Moon. There they are. These short films were screened in Nickelodeons across the country, where for a shiny 5-cent piece, you could see a whole program of vaudevillian spectacles that used to be the stuff of peep shows. But in 1908, Edison formed the Motion Picture Patents Company, or the Edison Trust. Now, the Edison Trust was an agreement between the major film studios of the day designed to standardize the distribution and exhibition of films in the country. Edison controlled the patents of motion picture cameras and equipment, and he litigated excessively. They had control over prints and established a monopoly over every aspect of filmmaking, even getting film stock company Eastman Kodak to only sell film to members of the trust. Now, what happened? Many independent filmmakers tried to get as far away from Edison and his patent claims in New Jersey as possible. Los Angeles, this place that we know as LA, had sunshine year-round, perfect for lighting any movie. It had cheap, wide-open land, ripe for development, and studios purchased land everywhere, from the San Fernando Valley to Santa Monica. This would later become known as the 30-mile zone. Now, Los Angeles was home to lax, non-union labor laws at the time, which were perfect for exploiting cheap workers to build elaborate sets and stages. And within just a few hours' drive, you could find a varied terrain of desert, mountains, or fields, great for filming just about anything you could ever imagine. D.W. Griffith was the first filmmaker, along with the Biograph Company and its acting troupe that included actors Blanche Sweet, Lillian Gish, Mary Pickford, Lionel Barrymore, and more to shoot a film in Hollywood. This was in 1910s called Old California. The 17-minute adventure set in Spanish colonial days was just one of the 98 films Griffith would make that year.
And by 1915, Griffith made his super racist but influential film, Birth of a Nation.
Enticed by Griffith's success, other filmmakers like Douglas Fairbanks and Charlie Chaplin quickly followed Griffith west and established their own studio. But again, why Hollywood in particular? It's what becomes something of a legend, and said that Griffith originally intended to set up shop in Flagstaff, Arizona, but when he arrived, he encountered weather worse than when he left New York. He instead chose to settle in LA. Nestor Studios of Bayonne, New Jersey in 1911 then became the first studio to open in Hollywood. Edison's Motion Picture Patent Company eventually folded in 1918, following a federal court decision ruling that the trust was illegal under the Sherman Antitrust Act. And with the outbreak of World War I, the influx of popular European films slowed to a trickle. That put a big dent in the MPPC, but allowed American independents to crank out westerns and other genre movies, allowed these guys just to thrive. This is when Hollywood started to cement itself as the center of the entertainment industry, and by the 1930s, virtually all film production in the US was based on the West Coast. This is just the first step on the road towards Hollywood becoming the industry it is today. Next time, we'll look at what many refer to as the golden age of Hollywood. This is the business.